Okay, shield.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
Starting from the right. Boot size 44. Wants the world to know he's a macho man. Tobacco chewing and knuckle cracking. Who else do? Sitting on his right across. He spent his and then the emblem on his vest in the far corner. Standard work size in conclusion. These 7 exactly.
The fuck is with you, fella? Like hell you have. There is no local drug trade. This place is as clean as a rifle. Go back to...
We'll do that. In the meantime, did you know that there's an abandoned lorry at the intersection that was used to move rowing? The person driving it was present at the hanging. It was one of you. We've connected the footprints. Detective, do you want to deliver the coup de grâce?
The thought forms in your head like a lightning strike branching in the sky.
That's a mighty interesting theory. I guess that's what you would need to do, theoretically. A big, strong, state-run monopoly would outcompete the runts on the street.
Yeah, man. Theoretically, that's what you would do. To get rid of the gangs, the dealers, even some of the junkies.
You would need good, trustworthy people to take their place, of course. Hardy men to run such a monopoly. For the good of the community, of course. Boo fucking who. People will always...
Yeah, that's what the labor movement...
Theoretically, of course. We're just talking politics here. My answer to you...
Not quite yet, Mr. Hardy. There were 8 sets of prints on the crime scene. There are only 7 Hardy boys here.
My answer is... fuck off. Mind your own business.
And here we go. Back to the usual.
I know! Fatty walked on all 4s. He's so fucking fat.
Despite everything, the little man is quick on his feet.
Go fuck your mom, Dennis.
That's more like it, boys. You heard him. It was Angus on all 4s. Anything else you need to know?
I still.
It's you again. What is it? Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
Starting from the once the sitting on his he and the M in the on his neck, size in the mid, in conclude exactly.
The fuck is with you, fella? Yeah, my friend.
Wouldn't want to beat up his grandma.
This is what happens if you take the law into your own.
Let them come. The Hardy Boys are right fucking here.
You heard the man. Right here.
Yeah. I will oil the machine.
We got weapons of our own. We got Ester 50s, Zeelagers. Glenn's got a... I guess we're gonna see.
That was an unsure phrasing.
Yeah, like you've been up against ceramic armor. You haven't even seen the whole... The fuck is that supposed to mean?
We're not bees. We're men.
Easy, E. He's... So are the local gangs.
Yeah. What are they now, huh?
These people,
No, they're not. They're uncoordinated. Big fucking surprise. They hire psycho scum. What do you mean, okay? No, they won't. Get out of here with...
all he means is that this...
No wonder you cops get shot to shit every day. Can't go to war with an attitude like that. Like hell.
We'll do that. In the meantime, did you know that the person driving...
The thought forms in your head, like a lightning strike branching in the sky.
That's mighty.
Yeah, man.
You would need good, trustworthy people to take their place, of course. Hardy men to run such a monopoly. For the good of the community, of course. Boo
Yeah.
Theo.
Not quite yet, Mr.
My answer.
And
I know,
Despite
Go fuck you.
that's more like it, boys. You heard him. It was Angus on all fours. Anything else you need to know?
established authority, yes. Authority. Feverish thoughts race through your mind.
冲到58了。是。
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here. Yeah,
Wouldn't want to beat up his grandma.
This is what happened.
Let them come.
you heard them.
Yeah. A well-oiled murder machine.
The fuck?
We're not beat.
Easy.
Yeah.
These people...
No, they're not. I guess we're...
That wasn't...
Yeah. You haven't even seen the whole suit. Big fucking surprise. What do you mean? Okay. No, they...
He really...
All he means is that the situation is serious.
No wonder you cops get shot to shit every day. Can't go to war with an attitude like that. Like hell.
We'll do that. The person driving it was present.
The thought forms in your head, like a lightning strike branching in the sky.
Own up to what? Why don't you limp out of here, little detective, and keep your nose off my intersection?
As you look around this room full of sweaty men, swearing, drinking, spitting out tobacco, does this look familiar? You believe the place was called Precinct 41. It was also filled with...
Huh? You've got a problem with beer.
Not quite there yet. Push on.
Speak for yourself, buddy. I've been running.
They didn't see shit, man. Kids getting shot. We had 3 shootings a week. Fucking...
Congratulations on the graffiti removal. All I see is you sitting around talking about Monica's titties while there's a rape victim.
So what? What do you want from me? We took...
Don't let him drink that. One more push. Quick.
Titus?
She stops mid-sentence. That's it. You got him. He's going to give it up, but on his terms.
You wanna help her, cop? Fine. I'm gonna let you help her, but you treat her with respect. If you don't, if you question her, harass her, a freight train of pain, buddy.
What is her name?
Claudia, I'm on due. She's staying here at the Whirling in Rags, a real pretty one. Silvery jumpsuit, blonde. That's Amon Jew, with an O-U.
Shit. The girl. The girl upstairs? That can't be her. She knows you drank so hard you forgot you were a cop.
Yeah, blonde, tall, 2 rooms over from yours.
变得更低了。
Sure, why not? You've probably seen her around.
You inexplicably add cool after the victim's name, with your eyes bulging like some wild beast. Your fingers are fidgeting and sweat starts forming.
I don't understand yet.
Nothing. We just have a few...
Calm. normal. Try to forget this little hiccup.
Relationship? There was no fucking relationship. He raped.
Was like that karaoke incident all over again.
Okay, enough. All of this is irrelevant to your stated investigation.
He did it before we killed him. He's not gonna do it again. So what does it matter?
It would help if we step.
All right.
Here you go, boss.
I know her.
How well?
A small twitch in the corner of Kim's.
Well enough, Copper. We partied.
He tries to make it sound real casual, but the muscles on.
You mean Revachol? Nah. Our Miss.
Don't you give her any more trouble. Shut up, Angie. She doesn't need your help.
Titus gives them both. What's with all the silences? It's like these guys. And what was up with the partying she and Titus did? It sounded fun.
What do you think I meant? Yeah, pretty much. No, we just fucked. That's all.
He really went out of his way to see. He's doing a good job here. A commendable performance of I don't give a shit.
You don't know her. Not the way I do. Remember what I said. Freight train. Again? Seriously, man. Yeah, whatever.
I've got nothing to say to you. Why are you wasting...
Officer, what was that? You looked strange when he mentioned the assault victim's name. Do you know that woman? Is there something I should know before we talk to her?
Whatever you do, don't say the first thing.
Understood. You were not in good shape on Monday. What you're saying is, you raped her?
Ice is forming on the inside of your chest cavity.
Then, don't. What else? Okay, that's manageable. So she overheard you, or did you party together? Anything else? That's clearly your interrogation technique. Anything else? We'll be all right, officer.
Is it though? No.
Can I help you? Got the 20 real?
The breath catches.
Do you have money tonight? Too bad.
Here comes a layup, sire. Fall not for it.
But you know what? You're in luck, because you don't have to ever pay me again. Really? Uh-huh. I'm sorry, I think you misunderstand. Let me explain. I didn't say I'd give you a free room. I just said you don't have to pay me. You don't have to give me any money at all. If you want a room, yes, you'll need to pay me, but you don't have to just... No, you can choose to give me 20 real for a room, or you can choose not to. You want a free place to sleep? Fine. You've already unlocked your new room. The trash container outside is red.
The lieutenant is painfully silent.
I don't care what you do. Sleep in the trash or pay for a room. I don't care anymore. You do that. If you could... Now, is there anything you wanted? Got the 20 real? Good. You got the room for the night, but remember, you'll need another 20 real tomorrow.
The door is closed. There is no... A young woman like this is probably out partying the night away.
We should come back in the morning.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. It's barely covered in steam anymore. It's your face in the mirror. A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. It's too late. The pockets of these new jeans are perfect for sticking your hand into. Hey, it's a chewing gum wrapper. It reminds you of the fruity... By the way, the raw materials were most likely exported from Seaguy, the apricot suzerainty. Crinkled chewing gum wrapper. The worn label reads, "You feel compelled to point out that there's nothing fruity about cinnamon. It's a spice. Can a used wrapper shrug?" Seems like that's what the wrapper is doing somehow. Good question. There is no answer or drawn by regret. Stop before you hurt yourself with a tutti frutti wrapper. You carefully fold the wrapper into a square. A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. It's barely covered in steam anymore. It's your face in the mirror, adorned with, "It's too late." A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. It's barely covered in steam anymore. It's too late. A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. It's like something snaps in you. A nerve ending. A thought. A sadness. Your face in the mirror is suddenly clean of the layer that just like that, it's over. The running gag that your life had become.
啊，就这样。
A mirror hangs on a
脸部表情一样。
The bed is still cold from the broken window, and not too inviting. But it's yours. You've earned it. The bed is still cold from the wind blowing in from the broken window. The mattress creaks as
Here we are again, my broken bird. The waves are coming, carrying you away. But you can't go. No, you have to stay. Always half aware of yourself. You're not cooperating, brother man. It's your disgusting body. Even through your sleep, you feel a vague discomforts of...
that pain in your right side is your enlarged liver, by the way. As for your kidneys, you've really been compounding the damage lately. But this suffering, it must have some kind of meaning. A story that will come out of it. Perhaps even a story that you will write yourself.
Oh, yes. That'll check you out.
Don't be stupid, Harry. It's not happening. They don't make new kidneys and livers in hospital. All you've got to do is pray to God it passes and stare at the flickering darkness.
You're just stuck here, in the half-world. Could try looking at other people. Really looking. But why would you want to start doing that? Sure you do.
At least they're interesting. Each one has a people are beautiful, statuesque, parodies and tragedies of themselves.
What do you think you're doing right now? Coming to some greater awareness? Look at all...
Let it.
But it never seems to let you go, does it?
The bed is still cold from the broken.
空间这里这么大罐，点不到。
The window stands broken in its frame. The door is closed.
Who is it?
Tired. Somewhere, not far from here, the lieutenant is preparing her file. Claudia Amandu. He writes, "You realize the detective should be here." The door is
Who is it?
tired, controlled.
This is the police. Can we come in?
Come on up. The door is open.
Sounds like it's coming from upstairs somewhere. You could snoop around before going.
乞丐耶！
This medicine cabinet is full of. It's been used quite a lot. Pharmaceuticals line the shelves. Sheet
Anything of note?
pill bottles rattle like bones as you search the cabinet. Paracetamol, histoperidol, Nacra. This is used to treat opioid overdoses. Always handy to have around.
Interesting. That's used for diamorphine overdoses.
Among some foreign, probably Messinian or Gotwaldian, marked red blister packs you find. What do? A bright orange bottle with peptide stamped on it, in sunny, happy letters. Jackpot, baby. That's the stuff you're looking for. Your palms. It's speed, man. Just what you were looking for. They call it dextroamphetamine and talk about
Peptide.
the fuck are you waiting for? Let's get super fucking preppy. Silently, the bottle slides into your palm. Feels so sleek and beautiful. You got it. Here comes the afterburner. Time to become a super...
分手心智。
This window is pristine on the inside, unlike the one next to it. Light from the desk lamp reflects off, smooth as ice. There are spots of mud and rain on the outside, even smudges. But the surface of the window is clear from the inside. Following your lead, the lieutenant leans in closer.
Looks like it, yes.
Just as you look at the flowers, a gust of wind raises them from the roof, picking them up in the air. The wind brushes them off the roof.
Is fine. 连这样也要搞我。
Just as you look at the flowers, a gust of the wind brushes them off the roof.
喂。
Just as you look at the flowers, you catch a single white flower between your fingers. The rest fly off into the wind. It's a Maybell. The young woman looks at the Maybell in your hand. Just a glance, then takes a drag of her cigarette. The lieutenant gives you an acknowledging little nod. Probably for the best. Your 9mm semi-automatic finger pistols are not a toy to be waved. Six crumbling petals.
This is the Insulindian lily, called Maybells or Lucille's tears during the Revolution. Girls used to pin these on soldiers before sending them off to battle.
This flower is a spring flower, but it's a bit early for that, isn't it?
The revolutionaries, so the communards and the anarchists. White, it's about girls and boys more than sides. Girls sending off boys who are going to their deaths, then also dying themselves in the ruins from dysentery and consumption. It's a symbol of the Civil War. Yes, but not this early, not to my knowledge. It looks dried, preserved. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see.
The petals feel...
Yeah, and
Welcome to the roof.
Her hair is still slick from the shower. Below her silvery jumpsuit, an athletic young body, built long and lean.
I'm sorry for the mess down there. The cleaning lady hasn't come by in days. I'm beginning to wonder if she ever will. Nice. I don't know about that, officer.
Where a ripe corpse still hangs from the tree, spotted with green and purple. She tries to look indifferent, but still has to take a drag of her cigarette so as not to flinch.
Oh yes, legends of room number 1 have made their way around the building. They say a portal to hell has opened in there. They also say it's why the cleaning lady quit.
I'm Kim Kitsuragi. I'm a detective from precinct...
Have I ever? This is the biggest fan of ostentatious orchestrations I have seen in my life. And I have seen a few. Oh yeah, life gets hard, but we go on.
The chorus of the 35 single, megaphoning the entire human race, instills you with the fuck it all swagger that prompts one to plow into grannies on your morning stroll.
I can see that. I'm glad all this onward going has brought you to me.
Miss, we are investigating the murder of the man who was hanged. The people responsible have asked us to talk to you.
Huh. I see.
What could she be thinking of? It's hard to say. Her shoulders are relaxed, her eyes on the cigarette. It's like she's disappointed this wasn't about more entertaining matters.
Clausier Amandou.
Same name that Titus gave you, like her accent. Her birthmarks also signal Oranje. You don't know why, but Oranese girls tend to come speckled with them.
Right, sir. Vredefort, Republic of Oranje. I guess you could say I am an Oranese expatriate. A bad memory, officer.
The Republic of Oranje is a democratic nation on the Muindi Isola, north of here, over the sea and across the Pale. It is one of the 6 major Occidental nations to hold stake in the continued occupation of Revachol. They will make you into a fiscal colony, divert your natural resources, hold patents and shares, but they won't threaten to wipe you out anytime, like Revachol did.
Of lilacs and lightning. Parks, glass, duraluminium.
What's so bad about that?
Nothing, if you're no longer there. I'm 28. Something stupid. Oranese lit. Oranese literature. It's what I studied at the university. Fear of failure, fear of death, how it sucks to be Oranese. All national literatures are... only the name of the nation changes.
What about Revacholian literature? People sometimes reveal things about themselves when they discuss such matters.
No. Revacholian lit is about how magnificent and serious Revachol is. It's about how you have to save the world. That's the natural state of the Revacholian hero.
She seems quite relaxed for a victim of assault. But, of course, what seems should not be your priority.
Nothing. I do nothing with it. Cool. I've made more money by just being than I have with Oranese lit. Many things. A roller skating instructor, a secretary.
Miss Oranje, now there is something you should linger on.
It's a beauty pageant, held in the year of our...
She was 14 at the time.
It's a competition for stupid girls. Men look at them and choose the most beautiful. When you have the fewest deviations from the norm, I've been told it's a type of mediocrity that I possess. Yes, and for that I got a crown and a sash and a scepter and a scholarship to study at Annie's Lit. Indeed.
Her voice is indifferent to the number.
Full disclosure, I was Miss Teen Oran.
Another innocent tradition bulldozed by the march of ethical progress.
I'm afraid you can't.
Why is that?
Because it's buried in a seal.
Thank you for your can.
They say so in your tourist brochure. Keep travel documents away from your person when west of the river. If I were to lie to you...
She seems to be telling the truth, sire.
Okie dokie.
If any of this made her nervous, it certainly doesn't show in her
The record. So official. Yeah, it's pretty deluxe. I'm wintering.
How long have you...
About 4 months. I came in November. Here in the Whirling, here in Martinez, or here in Revachol. Because it's the funkiest building in Martinez. And because all the other buildings are bombed to hell. Thank you. I've put a lot of time and effort.
Technically, possession of narcotics is legal in Revachol, but you should still reprimand her.
What did you say? Oh my god. Now it's turning into narcomania. It's got to be serious if it's 2 words. I'm sorry. Comes in handy when you've done too many opioids.
Is that something that happens to you often, miss?
Better safe than sorry. Oh, yes. One of my favorites. Like not being able to stay up for 36 hours, not being happy. It cures those ailments. It's just a merit speed molecule, basically. Huh? Motherfucker took my Preptide? Looks like you owe me one, officer. I'm talking serious corruption here.
This does not amount to actual corruption. I can easily log it under confiscation.
Robbed by common highwaymen.
It's hard to tell if she means it in earnest or as a joke. She's not angry, but it's true. She's gonna have to find some more Preptide now.
It is.
The lieutenant makes a note in his notebook.
Okay.
Watching herself reflected in the bedroom window, tall and sparkling.
Yeah? All right.
She looks at the chipped white polish covers the nail.
Pretty. Looks like a dried Maybell. Is that the one you caught? Sambo style? A martial art, sir. Is that...
Samurai boxing, or Sambo, graceful martial arts stuff. Sambo style implies stealth and...
Why was there a flower on the roof? I don't know.
She looks chipped...
Pretty. Looks like a dried Maybell. All right. Why not?
You made the right call there. It feels good. I'm talking about your zero-tolerance policy toward the mania of narco. You're in the right there. powerful stance. Would you like to take it? Yes, you're pure, unravaged by narco. Of course, it's pretty obvious you've done a lot of drugs in the past, and will probably do more. No. Alcohol is a powerful anti-narco agent. 78% of people who use alcohol daily feel no need to use its...
What?
Hello, officer? It's a bit early in the morning for rape, isn't it?
She looks around. The sun has risen over the sea. People are rushing to work below.
It is. It's murderously early. I'm amazed I'm awake. Why am I even awake? Yeah, I'm gonna go with not raped. I don't want to say that shit about him.
By him, she must mean the victim.
Tell them it's not my style. They'll have to, you know, if they want to jazz up the charges, they'll have to get someone more, rapeable.
By they, she means the Hardy Boys.
Are you saying that you were asked to tell us you were assaulted?
Not explicitly, but I understood what they meant. It wouldn't hurt to spice things up a bit. Some assault and battery. Sexual assault, maybe. It was clear the latter would be spicier. Pretty much.
Warming them.
I'm 89% sure. You know how it is.
Do you?
Maybe you don't.
There are numerous cigarette burns on those silvery scales.
In conclusion, officer, I'm gonna go with a mild to medium, not raped here.
She takes a long... You hear cracking in her shoulders.
I'm 89% sure. You know how it is.
Do you?
Maybe you don't.
There are numerous cigarette burns.
In conclusion, officer, I'm gonna go with a mild... I'm sure there is one person in the world who does. I mean, there are so many people.
The wording, the verbal eye roll.
We partied. A lot of partying.
From Titus, about her and Titus's relationship. That's where you heard it.
With all due respect, sir, I think we partied a little harder than that. Oh, it is. You're still alive.
What did you do when you partied?
We drank, sir. A lot. For weeks, basically. We had that effect on each other. We made each other drink harder. That's why...
What else?
Stimulants. Speed also has that effect, making you drink harder. And then drinking harder makes you do more speed. It's quite the combination. We also had sex. A little. The drugs were good enough, and we did enough of them.
How did you two meet?
Downstairs, at the bar. He was on some sort of assignment, a military man, as you probably know. Had a cool, scary scar.
When was this?
A month ago? Something like that. Oh yes. I have multiple viewpoints. From the roof, out of the bathroom window.
A bitter cringe. It hurts. You look to the lieutenant. He takes a small step closer.
You called us, the RCM.
Yes,
Jackpot.
I made it. And I would appreciate it if you didn't tell everyone. In Martinez, they call it snitching.
Reporting crimes is confidential in Ravachol, miss.
Because I couldn't handle it anymore. None of these people called. He just kept hanging there. Then they started stripping him. I didn't exactly disguise it. I just muffled the mic and nicked the landline a little. With nail clippers. And I diverted some radio fuzz into it, into the cold wire.
You were right to suspect there might be foul play involved with the broken phone line.
Did I? Fuck. I didn't mean to. I had no idea what I was doing.
Still, that's pretty clever tampering. Simple and clever. Crossing the lines like that.
Thanks.
She looks a bit like a little girl who's just been complimented on her bike.
I don't know, sir. It was stupid. I was drunk, too. I was probably afraid the union was listening in. Locals say they have ears in the wires.
Thank you for making the call, miss. It was the right thing to do.
I didn't want to, sir. And he's still hanging there.
We will move the body to the morgue today, miss. Don't worry.
I'm sorry, I can't do it. Not right now. Later, maybe. I keep seeing him.
I know it's difficult, miss. We can return to it later.
He had something to do with the strike. One has been roiling since I got here. Rotten timing. But you probably know all about it.
And his role in this strike was what?
I think he was in a security detail. He was ex-military, worked for Wild Pines, and against the Union. We didn't discuss work much, if you know what I mean. But I understood it was dangerous.
And they lynched him for it?
She nods.
They're frequent guests downstairs. They have a booth for union members. They're probably down there now. Over drinks. It's been a long, boring winter. A little, yeah.
Like you partied with the deceased?
No, not as hard.
I'm sorry to have to ask this, but have you had a physical relationship with any of the Hardy Boys?
I have. Which ones, sir? I don't remember precisely. Titus, obviously. But as I said, it's been a long winter.
She breathes a silvery sigh of relief and weariness. The air on the roof feels humid.
Should we head back downstairs, officer? We may have things to discuss there.
She nods. Silvery cigarette fumes disappear into her mouth.
Not my favorite topic, but okay. How about we, change the subject to something more lighthearted now?
Looks like we have more to discuss with those so-called Hardy Boys. Half their reasoning just went out the window. Nothing will make them respect the RCM, but it will disrupt the game they prepared for us. We just stripped off one layer of whatever it is, Her decision to not corroborate their story was definitely not part of the plan. What else could she have done? Lie? She saw there was no way to lie and get away with it. If not you, then me. It was a smart move from her. You think so? Being candid is the best way to lie. The appearance of candor with some facts thrown in. She may be trying to control the pace of the investigation.
Now that you've acquired some stimulants, it's time for a little pick-me-up. Time to... It'll make you into more. See? That's your problem. A lack of confidence. It's not ideal, no. But you raise the peptide bottle, press one nostril closed, and inhale furiously with the other. The rush is almost immediate. It tastes bitter and caustic, and stings a bit inside your nose. Now the taste is slowly receding into your throat. The rush is growing in intensity. And, let's be honest, there's a little chest pain. You could work with this high. Whoa, this shit is strong. This shit is disco. Spring, spring.
In the bottom right corner of the screen,
Hello, officer. What brings you up here again?
Sampa.
Hello, officer. What brings you up here again?
Hang on.
Looks like we have... Nothing will make them respect the RC. What else could she have? If not you, then me. You think so? The best liars are...
Hello, officer. What brings you...
The same small, heavy door. No lock in sight. The same small, heavy door. No lock in sight. It's barred from the inside. Sounds like it's heavy, too.
I don't know. It is not the first clue. I don't know. The vigilantes, the cadaver, and a number of people connected to the case are in or around this building. This door... I hate it when that happens.
The same small, heavy door. No lock in sight. The same small, heavy door. No lock in sight. The same small, heavy door. No lock in sight. You kick it, gung-ho style.
Sight.
The same small, heavy door. No lock in sight. You kick it. The same small, heavy door. No lock in sight.
还加了一个失败动作来拖你的时间，
You kick it.
气死我了！啊，怎么这个游戏像很容易
The same small,
酷
heavy
毙
door.
耶？
No lock in sight.
哎呀，这巩固。要塞到9以上。
The same small, heavy door. No lock in sight.
嘿，
You kick it.
4点。啊！闻到打呵欠。
The same small, heavy door. No lock
成
in
功
sight.，
怎么会開？嗯，
Something cracks inside. It is an unbelievably satisfying
Nice.
啊，
filling you with a belief in your own body.
Sounds like the property damage wasn't in vain, at least. Would it hurt to look in?
呀，先弄点咖啡来喝好了。困意满点。 给秀。动，好亏啊！
You can almost see the shape of a man and a woman writhing inside, bathed in drug sweat and dirty linens. Bottles lie around everywhere.
You can barely see through. Better not to jump to sensationalist conclusions here. The footprints on the floor, however.
Boring footprints. I want to jump to sensationalist conclusions. You lean closer to the peephole instinctively. I bet they're doing something quite if your mesolimbic reward pathway were to venture a guess, one of the bottles is probably being put somewhere it doesn't belong. You clearly see footprints in the downy carpet of dust covering the workshop floor.
Jackpot. These, unlike everything else here, are new. 3 weeks maximum from the dust coverage. It could easily have been 1 week too. It was a stereo investigation after all. It has now converged with our main investigation, adding a new fact to consider. It means someone snuck through what seems like a secret route, behind our rape victim's room, in the recent weeks. This may prove to be significant.
Large prints, most likely made by Boots. The size is hard to determine. Sole could be bigger than Vamp. This print is unlike one left by a regular worker boot. It is not a brand sole with logos on it. It seems custom-made or old-fashioned.
The size looks about the same, actually. They're not the same shoe, but they could be the same person. No, these little horizontal lines are different. They look custom-made to me, or some kind of foreign print.
Everything around you is quiet. The prints crisscross the workshop floor.
二季弹珠台。从这里啊。 Oh,
Over there, in the corner. Not just any pinball machine. This is the pinnacle of pinball. Cornelius Gordy and the Mountain Goats.
The pinball machine. Gordy's Goats. A classic. A little. Ah, great.
Cornelius Gordy and the Mountain Goats reads the golden lettering on top of the back box. Get the game on, Fingerboy. Those flippers are ready. Above the painting of a mustached man climbing, the theme of the game is to explore. The peak of the mountain is at the top. Areas around the playfield represents Gordy's climb. Places he
猪头，可愛。
Over there, in the corner, not just any pinball machine.
Ah, great.
Cornelius Gordy, get the game on, Fingerboy. Those flippers are ready. Indeed, think of them as balls. It takes a while to get into a rhythm, but pretty soon you're able to keep 3 goat-faced balls. Go, go, Fingerboy.
I feel sorry for the gods. If they only knew the kind of guy old Cornelius really was. The kind of a guy who uses the word an avid huntsman too. He was often photographed in his dining hall, surrounded by wall-mounted hunting trophies from every continent.
玩个弹珠也能讨论人生。
He also hit his wife, but you seem to be having fun.
Your game is suddenly maneuvering a tiny hammer. The words pale.
Congratulations.
There's so much fog, you can barely. You're down to your last goat, going mostly by sound.
I am. I've seen it before. Played it too. You will eventually make a mistake and then it's all over.
There goes.
Two.
Over there, in the corner. Not just any pinball machine. Cornelius Gordy, get the game on, Fingerboy. Those flippers are ready. It takes a while. Go, go.
I feel sorry for the gods.
Your game is suddenly maneuvering a tiny hammer. The words.
Congratulations.
There's so much. You're down to your last goat, going mostly by sound. Eyes are useless at this point, but that goat is something special. 5.
I am. I've seen it before. Played it too. You will eventually make a mistake and then it's all over.
Ah, if you can't even. The last goat plummets into the fog with almost suicidal glee. There goes nothing, Fingerboy. Over there, in the corner. Not just any pinball machine. This is the pinnacle of pin.
骰机当做是在打
Cornelius would get the game on, Finger Boy. Those flippers are ready. It takes a while. Go, go.
I feel sorry for the goats. The kind of a guy. An avid huntsman too. He also hit, but you seem to be having fun.
Your game, suddenly, maneuvering a goat tiny hammer. The words, this can. You're down to your last goat. Going mostly by sound. Eyes are useless at this point. But that goat is something.
I am. I've seen it before. Played it.
How?
17在打怪
Over there, not just any pinball machine. This Cornelius will get the game on, Finger Boy. Those
打
flippers
出
are
会新
ready.
的一集
It takes a while. Go, go.
I feel the kind of an avid huntsman. He also, but you seem to be having fun.
Your game, suddenly, maneuvering tiny the word, this, you're down to your last goat. How?
又攻9我还失败啊，他甩到死了，甩到死，就只有3种，6、4、6、5、6。
Over there, in the corner. Not just any pinball machine. This is the pinnacle of pinball. Cornelius Gordy.
要干脆给它下去。2点，给它灌个1点。快速。
Over there, not just any pinball machine. This is the pinnacle of pinball.
Ah, great.
Cornelius will get the game on, Finger Boy. Those flippers are ready. It takes a while. Go, go.
I feel sorry for you.
Your game, suddenly, maneuvering a tiny the word,
Congratulate.
You're down to your last goat. Going most with automation like precision. Gordy ball is.
Huh?
A panel opens up at the top of the playfield, and a new ball, so violent is its descent. High score, announce the speakers, and the whole machine lights up. Then the flippers retract, leaving a perfect opening for the Gordy ball to join.
That's amazing. You didn't just win. No one I know has ever beaten Gordy's goats. That is a monumental achievement, Detective.
这才是弹珠之王啊！
Congratulations, Your Highness. The machine needs a good service before anyone else can even attempt it again. Yes. Good times.
Once again, the machine becomes.
好烂哦！经验值才5，算了，花了就花了。无啊，这样无物件啊，只有弹珠台。喂。
You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimple lock.
There must be a key somewhere. Probably somewhere in the whirling. It's not too important.
从这里进去，推一下嘞。
You see a heavy. The door does not. The old Cobalt, it leads to a side building. Adjacent to this.
嗰個 check
This small elevator smells of new. The maintenance card under the control panel This elevator must have been used to transport pinball machines to and there are large rectangles. A small steel plaque
That it does. I say, let's brave it. At the end of the last century, look on the bright side. If
it appears his whole enthusiasm is...
Seems so, although it's pretty quaint for a freight elevator.
So this is where they brought 40 pinball machines to fix them up. The lieutenant looks around the dusty, crowded room.
At some point, 20 years ago, 15 maybe? Looks like it. I'm guessing Martinez...
A creak.
Downstairs in the hall, next to the main door. One of them even works. I've seen one of the artists bang away at it. If that's true, then he does not appear to be the kind of man who likes his establishment.
Stupid superstition. But still, it would be interesting to...
Hello, officer. What brings you up here?
意志坚定意。再说，感觉不应该把它浪费在弹珠台上面。不起了啊！
This window is This window is pristine on the inside. This medicine cabinet is stocked with drug pill bottles. Nacra. This is used to treat opioid.
Interesting.
You could say he's on the lookout. Pill bottles. Nacra. This is used. The lieutenant. You could say he's on the lookout.
Anything of note?
角色。没修好啊。
Can I help you? Got the 20 real?
作为礼赞，
Then why are you wasting my time? Another thing. Great. I love those. What are you, a cook now? That's none of your business. You're not. You're a menace. Fine, okay. What are you, a cook now? That's not. No, you don't. If you had a warrant, you'd be shoving it in. Besides, the arse.
You do realize you can just go into the kitchen at 1300 hours.
What are you, a cook now? He wasn't pan-fried. Fine, okay. The kitchen is... What are you, a cook now? That's none of you... And want me to make it fine, okay. The kitchen... Why? No, fuck it. I don't want to know. I don't want to know why these degenerates do what they do. I thought we had one good guest in the building. What's that supposed to mean? Fuck you, buddy. Now, was there anything else? Why? No. Yeah, neither do...
Sounds like she has money.
Why? No. Yeah, well, she's...
What? Did someone mention my name?
We were just paying you a Good thing that guest pays for her stuff on time. I'll forward her the... Oh? Okay, well... I did hear you...
He's really hold...
Okay, what is back there? Ha! I knew it. I've always wondered where those machines by the... I knew it. Were there any back there? In working order, I mean. No, I was just wondering.
He was wondering about something business-related. About how much money he could make off one.
Those machines are whirling property. But if it makes you feel any better, it wouldn't hurt to get a little life in here. Other than the...
Yeah, those numbers. Sounds like he cares about the place. He's not going to be overjoyed to hear that it's part of the doomed commercial area.
Oh?
He's really...
Okay, what is back there? Yes, haha, what's actually behind there? There is no...
But please do still tell me.
Ha! I knew it. Were there any back there? In working order, I mean. I was just wondering...
He was wondering about something business-related. About...
No, but it wouldn't hurt to get...
Yeah, sounds like he cares about the place. He's not going to be overjoyed to hear that it's part of the doomed commercial area.
Oh?
He's really...
Okay, what is... Ha! I knew it. Were there any back there?
The lieutenant...
I was just
He was wondering about something...
Capitalist plot. It wouldn't hurt to get a...
Yeah, sounds like he cares about the place. He's not going to be overjoyed.
What? Why would you...
So he knows of the doomed commercial area. And...
Everyone knows of it. I've been working here for a long time, and that intercom has never been used by the world. It's a sign of the world.
Relax, Mr. Gart. I'm sure there is no doom. He simply wants to share his discoveries with you.
Does this look like part of a doomed commercial area? For 14 years, man. That's how long I've worked here. I've kept this place up through hail and through sleet. Fuck me. Yeah. It's slowly growing on me again. It's beautiful in its own way, even if it is part of the damn doomed commercial area. Yes, your police skills have delivered. I'm sure you'll get a commendation, maybe even a promotion. Some real estate management company, they never come around here, just collect money from afar. Honestly, I think some money laundering might be involved.
烂楼飞旋。
Well, it sure as hell wasn't the real estate company.
It was you?
You look surprised. What? It's a great name, I know. Cafeteria managers come up with great names too. It's from a song. Hail, Holy Queen, by the Ateniers. Hail, Holy Queen of the Sea. You're whirling in rags, you're vast and you're sad.
Good pick.
Luck has got nothing to do with it. I need to think about where I'm going to place those pinballs. I have a feeling they're going to help.
Against the doom,
So, if you didn't have anything else to tell me about my establishment, can we,
What wall?
I'll have it fixed at once. Thank you for letting me know.
The color has drained from his face. What a shame to fix such a good peephole.
Absolutely not.
Well, he's definitely not
Sir, he was only...
Yes, I absolutely will. Sorry, it's been a bit of a day. And now, absolutely not. That...
In your defense, neither do I.
Thank you. I'll patch it up personally. Was there something else about the establishment? I hope not. Yes?
一阵乱七八糟。完了，搞这个。
Oh, hello, dear. There you are again.
The man ponders his cooking utensils and gives you a little nod.
Speak Revacholian. We speak Suren.
The cook is still smoking.
Good thing he didn't understand a word of your stupidity. Speak Revacholian. We speak Suren.
The cook is
Good thing he didn't understand a word of your stupidity.
奇妙剑类。大楼。
You look like shit.
什么造型啊？
And I don't mean that as a metaphor. Wow, you seem stable and in control. Now, what do you want?
There's something about this guy that matches with a... He might be wearing a disguise.
Yes, it's a hobby.
As if waiting for some kind of reaction.
I'm not getting involved in this.
About what? You don't look like a cop. Not the prophet shit again.
He didn't answer your question.
No. Cause it's not my job. Why don't you go and fucking do yours and solve this damn hanging? Actually,
Come on, Jean.
Okay.
Hear that? He wants you to say things. Say. Suddenly, out of nowhere, case-related things start popping up in your head.
So, do you know who hanged him? Yeah, I can see. I don't know. Oh my god, there's more. You want something more? What is it? Okay, why not? You're not shitting me.
We're getting to it. There have been complications.
I would love to. I don't know. Oh my god, there's more. You want something more? What is it? Okay, why not? You're not.
We're getting to it. There have been complications.
I would love to. I don't know. Oh my god, there's more. Watch out for yourself.
That voice, so very familiar. Did you hear it?
Oh really? I wonder where. That's the where you remember me from? Okay then. It's probably a cool.
Tremble. The time is now. Taola. Time for the show. For Taola. Ulogu Theodos. Monday morning, the moment you arrived in this reality. Yes, you spoke the words of the Palindropos and the houses of Pericarnassus. Items, people, even it's totally also. So you should be. The world island crumbles at your the face of the woman fractures. There will be hurt.
思想，太喜欢这种思想，超级不稳定的。或许可以让机遇增加。
The woman in an RCM patrol officer's uniform.
I would really prefer not to.
A patrol officer is the lowest rank in the RCM, below lieutenant.
Yes, I am. I know.
Here's the
It's hard to tell whether he's sarcastic or sincere.
I'm definitely not the cavalry. I don't know. I mean, why would I want to talk to you? No, you haven't wronged me. It's okay. Okay, fine. Let's...
What does one talk about?
What, precinct?
Fucking deranged lunatic.
You're getting an intellectually unsatisfying vibe from this conversation.
Of course I'm with him. Why do you ask?
Well, he's not. He's a sack of shit barely kept together by crazy glue.
Please, let's not turn this into another exchange, okay? I don't...
Don't say anything, Judith.
I'm just looking out for...
No one. I'm just a man with sunglasses. And you are?
Yes, a policewoman who just wants to do her job. That's all.
Something about the man with sunglasses and you, the energy between you two, is making her
Again? I can't believe this shit.
Bye.
You know what it is. It's like the two of you know each other. Just ask him.
Oh, I definitely know you from somewhere.
Another life.
Yes, from another life. A different life. Maybe the life of a police officer belonging to the ranks of the... To what station do you think you would belong in this alternate and totally fictional reality?
I think even in this fictional reality, the 57th would still be my...
My condolences. Go ahead. Have a... Okay. That's plausible. That's entirely plausible. Now we're really getting somewhere. Somewhere good. Okay. Oh, no. You see,
This isn't helping.
Let's be crazy. Let's say you and I are partners. How's that for a thought experiment? Would you now, or would I be cramping your style? Never mind. Partner. Oh God, I'd hate for that to happen. You know what might help prevent that, though? You doing your fucking job. You're not going to believe this, but police officers, yes sir, solving Just some regular boring motherfuckers in suits and uniforms. Nothing spectacularly extravagant like you, the far-out son of Lang. Oh, it's you, you eccentric genius. I mean, with your unorthodox approach to police work, it has to be you. Not even a little bit.
It's an urban myth about an officer who is so far undercover he can't remember who he is. As I said, just an urban myth. You are not the son of Lang.
Okay, yes, you get the joke. Leave it at that.
You're not, yes sir. Just some regular boring motherfuckers in suits and uniforms. Nothing spectacularly extra. Oh no.
This isn't helping.
Neither can I, partner. Neither can I. Yes, it's a hobby.
As if waiting for some kind of reaction or response.
Okay, why not? So, do you know who hanged him? Yeah, I can see that. I don't know. Oh my god, there's more. Okay, why not? Let's do the old... So, do you know who hanged... I don't know. Oh my god, there's more.
Hey.
Okay, the man with the sunglasses and his hypothetical. There's something missing here. Something you can't put our finger on. You know what? Just ask him. Yes, just cross it off the list. It's
Boy.
I've got nothing to say to you. Why are you...
It's you again. What is it? Fuck! I knew that fucking whore couldn't be trusted.
For the record, Titus Hardy did not explicitly specify the victim as a whore, nor did he say anything about trusting her.
Oh, shut up and stay out of this, Liz. He raped her. He was out of his fucking mind.
She's just in denial, asshole. You don't understand the traumatic experience. She's shutting down, and she doesn't fucking trust you.
Yeah, she's crazy, you know. A crazy bitch. You know the type. She's fucked up.
Crazy bitch.
This is a diversion. Stay on track.
She wasn't raped. The witnesses' statements were very clear.
Lawman, I'm at the end of my goddamn...
His hands become fists.
And you went and pushed her. I am gonna fucking...
Hit you. Duck.
Titus Hardy.
Success. Titus backs off. Fists down, everybody. Goddamn, no one tells you to put your fists down.
Everard personally sent me to take care of this. If this goes south, we'll all be in the shit. But you, Titus Hardy, are going to be buried. Am I understood?
When she's angry, she emphasizes the S. It gives her voice someone has to rush in to break the tension.
Look, Copper. We know that that fuck was a rapist and a killer. We got him confessing to it on tape. Show it to him, T. What's the harm, right?
Here, jerkwad. Listen to this shit. And then come back and tell me these soldier of the apocalypse.
This is their last play, this tape. Their story is in tatters. A mess. It might be nice to listen to,
You don't care about evidence.
Big T.
I won't be on you.
There's a lot of questions. If you ask them now,
What's on it? We call it the door gun a mega mix. You'll know why. You think we go into this shit deaf and dumb. You RCM aren't the only. We have machines. We're in logistics. How do you
Understood? You've listened.
Since way before.
Things got nice and quiet after that.
It's not advanced. You just hold up in a coop all day, writing down what they say. It gets hot as hell in there.
Don't put yourself down, Angus. It's important work.
Yeah, man. You're like a radio genius or something.
I'm sure we can find a tape player.
Where can I listen to this? Why don't you try shoving it up your ass, genius?
Yeah, play it with your ass, cocksucker.
I'm sure we can find a tape player. It's...
your room had one. Or maybe it's too broken.
Don't forget your tape, lawman. Compliments of Titus Hardy. You do that. Oh, and keep it. Maybe you'll need a reminder. Yeah? What about it? You do that, lawman.
要花钱的。
I've got nothing to say to you. Why are you wasting your time?
A rusting control panel with you. You grab the handle and pull the lever up. As soon as the metal connects against the water lock starts moving.
All right, we can go to the coast now. Expect rugged terrain and drunks.
Hello, hello. Let me know if... Yeah, we still have those boomboxes on the shelves.
The boomboxes wait on the shelves. And your boombox, that gold and amber Harmon Waushi, stares at you longingly with its...
Sorry, man. I can't be giving out freebies. Never have. A discount.
Remember, he doesn't like... Careful. You can only do this once.
$4 is offensively low, but just this once. For the music, concrete, cop.
一口很好多。
And here you are. Quality sound reproduction on the go. It'll play anything, wherever. Turn any tape into a conversation.
porter reel is just what you needed. The reels attach to the apparatus. You push, command set, and the tape starts.
This isn't Revachol. This is a fucking village. I can almost see the elephants.
The harbor. That's the son of a Kvalson crane.
When this shit is done, I'm gonna tear that place up. Soldier of the Apocalypse style. Kill shit. Dogs and chickens too. Gonna run a room, Cordy. A real nice one. I'll fucking do them all in. Rape that disco cunt on the counter. You know, the dance a whore upstairs. Do it Kohoi style. Never did get that taste out of my mouth.
The lieutenant presses the button marked Arrete on your porter reel.
End of recording. It seemed authentic enough. Probably recorded off the shortwave, then edited to seem more incriminating. He sounded like he was on patrol around the harbor walls. Still. Corty could be short for Cortenard, one of the other mercenaries, the one he was talking to. Probably the mountain at the harbor gates. Mr. Right to Work. A village on the Samaran Isola, in South Safre.
The South Safre conflict is an ongoing...
Who knows? Maybe
a symbol of Soldier of the Apocalypse style conduct.
I think we've got a few more questions for class here, don't you? This seems to contradict her testimony. At least to...
As you take out the tape, the boom...
Shit.请哪里？ 音乐好催眠哦。含油罐被涂鸦了。
The porter reel is just what you needed. The porter reel is you press the large button marked Commencer and the tape starts spinning. Then the organ starts playing, telling you about the tiniest. Within seconds you know, this is the one. The real shit. A click, then silence for a bit. Of course you could sing this. You could take sad to a whole new level. Yup, they're all here. And the B-side of the tape contains the instrumental version. Gart, you have to convince Gart to let you sing karaoke in the lieutenant watches you. A banged-up motor carriage lies. Remember the tire tracks in Martinez?
It appears to be so. I agree. We should definitely investigate.
The motor carriage is properly stuck in the ice. Getting it out would require a single day in the salty seawater would ruin most vehicles, but this one looks worn even in places the salt water hasn't touched it. The logo is too deep in the murky water. You can't make it out.
The ice hasn't closed around the vehicle yet.
The estimate is correct. The incident probably occurred on...
Let's wait for the low tide.
Great idea. Then we can get the things inside. The joyrider...
I don't know. An hour or two, tops?
As you sit down in the old, rusty playground, the hinges creak under your weight. Nothing but the sound of seagulls high above in the sky, echoing like distant.
Yes, it does. Let me think about it.
The tune on your lips forms a strange, yet undeniably beautiful. The lieutenant gives you a quick glance. Then, still looking straight ahead, he joins you with a higher pitched and slightly more melodic trill. Two birds on a wire, whistling by the seaside, looking at the water. The clouds pass in the sky, and the shadow of the swing moves like the hour hand on a time. Looks like this might take a while. Time to
I'm pretty sure I told you already, didn't I? My dad and mom are both half Seolite.
Clouds on the horizon grow darker, and the shadow of the swing set keeps climbing. You hear the distant rumble of the city. 30 minutes pass.
Luckily, I am already a member of an independent organization, and therefore do not have...
Your voice echoes on the water, strange and out of place in the environment. 30 more...
Detective.
Yes.
It is a simple and rugged machine. Yes.
It's as if he knows what it's... Does he know something about that speed race?
But it could also be...
A massive... No. Just nope. Say no to this, Harry. Despair creeps into you. Getting fat on your weakness. You're still coming up with sentences. That's a step up from total annihilation, right?
Yes, it can be difficult to be on the receiving.
Nothing you can... Cop gives up.
白烂啊，这样就死啊！
This is it. The scene of the party. The fire pit. Cigarettes and empty bottles all evidence it. Looks like they were here a while, judging from all the bottles.
Looks like it. Hey, let's get...
要做茶。哎有够大啊！ 陆旅行。区。
The worn and beaten wood.
You can revisit the bench.
好多啊！ 剪刀口。 对枪头。
Hello, mister.
She clutches a small stuffed animal. Occasionally, she twirls it.
My mom's outside, and I don't really know about my dad. It's a grouse.
You might be able to get on Garth's good side if you replace the broken skewer you almost certainly broke.
I don't know. Sure. I mean, you already took it. I don't like it anyway. It looks angry. It's Lammy. He's my friend.
Lambie is a stuffed lamb that, admittedly,
Yes. Very soft. Isn't he soft? Bye!
Yeah. 好多哎。好累我多啊。好多啊吧，好全嘞。
A scattering of bullet holes is spread across the cracked wall, reaching from one...
Meaning, this is a lot of bullet holes. Looks like fully automatic. The manufacturing and sale of automatic rifle. Meaning, this is...
The lieutenant also nods. It is quite a scene. The two of you... The lieutenant is nodding so hard, it looks like his head is about to snap off his neck.
All right. I'm glad we stopped when we did.
A row of ghostly shades stand facing the wall. There are many of them. A dozen at least. Their heads lowered and eyes blindfolded. It's quiet. No sound. 10 meters away. Other shades are lined up in an orderly... The sun blazes high up in the sky, baking the planks, the sand, your skin. A long time has passed since the abundance of bullet holes leads to two options. Either a host of men, probably in everyday, they stand. 7 men in combat uniforms and dark coats, holding the commandant. The one...
I don't know. Perhaps the ones... It could even have been the employees of the Feld R&D Center down the coast.
Or maybe...
Yeah. It's very unlikely the coalition forces were the ones who died here. They were all... To be honest, if a coalition member was anyone in this situation, it was a commandant.
A cold sea wind.
解锁快速旅行。那什么快速？ 还有困难是多模式。天哪，消音就消音。速旅行，快速旅行。
A metal payphone under a yellow plastic dome. A metal payphone. You hear the tone. The machine is inoperable. Calling. Still. End of tone.
Pierre? Is that you, Pierre? So nice of you to find the time to call me. It gets so lonely. Even the animals have died. Are you sure you're Pierre?
Her voice is drowned in white noise. Sounds like waves washing a beach, growing in volume. A metal payphone. You hear the tone. The machine is inoperable. You pick up the handset. There's a tone. The machine is operable. Calling. Still. End of tone.
Pierre? Is that you, Pierre? So nice of you to find the time to call me. It gets so lonely. Even the animals. Are you sure you're...
Her voice is drowned in... Calling. Still. Again. Someone.
Hello, Gerard speaking.
Hello, Gerard. No, what you are is a surprise.
Who is this?
A metal pavement. You hear the calling. Still. End of.
Pierre? Is that you, Pierre? So nice of you to find the... Are you sure?
Her voice is calling. Still. Again. Someone.
Hello?
Hello, Gerard. No, what you...
Who is this? Who the fuck do you think you are talking to me like that? Just tell me what's going on here!
The sounds are muffled. Amid the howling in the wire, you make out a woman's voice with a thick samara, more shouting. You hear a faint thud. You could swear you're hearing furniture falling over.
What the hell are you doing? Big deal? Let's just go. I've had enough of this phone booth.
Eh?
The smell, it's awful and familiar. Don't you recognize it? That it is something cold, the signs of decaying. The lieutenant has...
Eyes up, detective.
There's some tear, an empty cigarette, 2 empty no.
A tragedy.
Whoever tossed it, red Astra is the black. You see traces, it's no old, it's hard to concentrate in this. A man lies on the boardwalk, his limbs bent and neck. Half of his body has slipped between the cracked board. The smell is...
Lividity is faintly pronounced. Whoever this is, he's been dead for 2 days.
Another dead body. Calm now. He's wearing mudcake, the leather jacket, a cool leather jacket with... You find some sunflower seeds and a rain-soaked library card. Fold.
Good. We should take a look at that library card.
The man has fallen through it. You have to be quite inebriated to fall that bad. Or maybe it was... His expression is dull, like the height. 170. There's some dried blood on the metal bench, right where the corpse's head rests. The floorboards are rotten. A dried chunk of blood covers the hair at the back.
I don't see any other major wounds, do you? Seems like the head wound was fatal. It's exactly the shape.
They screech under your feet ominously. It's hard to say whether. You see waves churn. He could have easily disappeared into the sea through that hole. A .75, it's mid-markets.
Tear all around. I'd prefer if you didn't collect.
Grabowski spearmint chewing gum. The blackness of death confirmed. Nearly the whole...
He ate the whole pack, right? It's to cover the smell of... I've seen it before. Almost the same scenario. Even the chewing gum. Looks like one of the locals. He'd have to know this spot to come here. You don't just walk over here. But that's just a lazy assumption. What do you think?
A dead working-class man with a bottle in his hand? Don't deceive yourself. You know...
The woman you met at the book stand? Why do you think it's her husband? The bright blue lining? Well, he's definitely someone's husband. Death by misadventure. He slipped and fell through the ball. No, I don't see...
Agreed. If this somehow...
Oh, yes. Some symptom. But I think that death arrived through... What about...
Sometimes a kebab is just...
No, I...
Agreed. If...
They'll seal this place off. Not that sealing it off would keep it... It does seem to be a pretty straightforward misadventure. From where I stand, I can see 2 options. We either take the case and follow the leads to identify the body on our own, or we report back to the station and leave this for all. Alright, we should first examine the library card you found. Then we can call the station from my kinema. Let them know we are taking the...
The library card is folded in... Billy is a unisex name. Could be. Whoever owns this card is an avid reader. You find a list of books written in blue pencil. Most of these titles. If lost, please return the card.
Good. We should give them a call from my kinema. See if we can learn anything about Billy Méjean.
Good idea.
看书女孩的丈夫，这样啊。
There's some tear. An empty cigarette.
就多了。来。
Someone has left an unidentifiable. Someone has left an unidentified. It's streaked with dried sea. It seems likely that it was.
Please tell me you're not taking that with you. A clue? You think our suspect is a seagull who's been defecating on unsuspecting jackets?
A poet could. You should still take. As you hold it in your hands, it makes it's a sordid filth. Some secrets are better left. It occurs to you that it smells like a dead sea creature. Somehow, it was. The faint impressions of many footprints are also present. The crust is hard. It's too late. You've already thought about it. And now... What? No. As you hold it in your hands, it makes... There is no...
白白浪费士气。大盗墓险。
And Mikhail noticed the windows, especially with how there are no windows on the south side. This was to deal with. You officers, come to investigate the historic subtext of West Martinez? I'm Tran Hailostam. You must be Kim Kitsuragi, right? I was just telling my son about... Yes, hypertext, young carp, and the collection of cultural hyperlinks. Oh yes, so Mikhail. They had to deal with monitor glare, especially in the summer. No, I can't say that we've met before, but I've heard of Kim, of course. Mikhail, say hi to the officers. Mikhail's a little tired today. We spent all night trying to run Orbis on his radio computer. Have you heard of it? It's a programming language used in Grant. Quite tricky.
The man speaks in the artificial cadence of a professor.
But I assume you're not here for giant worms when there are so many real things to see. Just as I was telling Mikhail before, this is where the Coalition landed in 08.
Wow, get a load of this guy. He really enjoys his trivia. The Orbis programming language was named after its inventor, Victor Orbis, a cybernetician from Grad. They run Vox in the Occidental countries.
Aha! But it's not just any empty old building. What not a lot of people know is, this used to be the R&D department of Felt Electrical. And Felt, which now sells ink cartridges mostly, was once a top dog in the turn-of-the-century cybernetics boom.
It looks old and weathered, with seagulls picking apart its stone and metal carcass. Bushy undergrowth has taken hold of the collapse.
That's not surprising. Only a vestigial ink cartridge and ferrotape They started out as a midway electronics outfit in Königstein 2 centuries ago. After an aggressive move to Revachol, Feld became a global player in the emerging personal electronics market of the... Still, Tricentennial was beating them in business machines. But Feld had an ace up their sleeve. Or should I say, they were developing an ace up their sleeve? I'm mixing my metaphors here. It was here in Martinez, possibly in this very building, that they developed prototypes for a tape computer. An elegant folding mechanism of rollers and ferrotape ribbons, portable enough to be a take-it-home solution, revolutionizing business machines, possibly even bring them to the average consumer, which is a feat of engineering even today's giants, Rehm, ICN and ZAM, haven't achieved yet.
He assumes something like a combat style.
Indeed. What?
The revolution!
Unfortunately, their moonshot project never made it to the market. Feld's move to Revachol backfired. The revolution... All of this was built by Feld, even the boardwalk. Wild Pines built Martinez proper as a resort for their middle management. Feld built this side of town for R&D. Yes, they even built a pleasure wheel, but that got destroyed in the war.
A pleasure wheel?
Yes, to lure in their star engineers. This part of Martinez was nothing but reeds before Feld arrived. They had to make the prospect of living here attractive. It was supposed to become a global center for innovation in cybernetics. But history had other plans. Oh, I'm afraid it didn't end well for the boys. But this story is a bit too dark for little Mikhail here. Now, if you were to ask about...
Wait, is he saying that we should just bypass the excesses of the revolution?
Officer, I told you this chapter of history wasn't on Mikhail's...
The boy looks first at you, then back at his father.
They used them for military communications, but also to write and send out... What's the Mars Decree? I mean the radio
A short-lived legislative foundation for a short-lived utopia.
It's a beautiful piece of text, actually. A singer-songwriter I know, Charette. I tried to get Mikhail to memorize it. Tried to.
The kid takes a peek at the green and silver worm.
Actually, no one knows. No one even knows what a computer...
Buckle up.
10 years ago, I did a little... freelancing, I guess you could say. I was a special consultant for an exhibition at the Wompty Dumpty Dum Center in Vredefort, Oranje. It raised the same questions, and we had lengthy discussions with Paul Ockerman, who was head curator at the time. This was before the twins Keith and Guy Hughes joined the team, trying to...
Wait, did he just say Womp? He did it. He said Wompty Dumpty Dum Center, like it's the most natural thing in the... What the hell is a Wompty Dumpty Dum Center? And who the hell are Keith and Guy Juiced?
The Wompty Dumpty Dum Center for Contemporary Arts. The exhibition itself drew on Lagerman's notion of memory, and so there were some parallels. That's why the head curator, Paul Ockerman, chose to... In fact, I'm not. The Wompty Dumpty Dum Center is a place you can visit if you're ever in Vredefort, and are ever in the market for an exhibition space / contemporary art research center. But perhaps I should return to the tape computers. As I was saying, the device itself was very elegant, fragile even. One could write directly on the tape using a special chemical solution. The machine would then analyze the handwriting, perform operations, and project output onto a white screen.
Made of black film and folding tape structures.
Very, very cool. Though I understand the socio-economic causes of the revolution, it pains me to imagine the revolutionary setting fire to this precious device. Yes, the official name of the prototype. Some sources report it as the Fel... Who knows? Maybe it was an accident, or maybe they didn't want the technology to end up in the wrong hands. Either way, they're all gone now. All 3 versions of the prototype. Nothing but debris and ashes remain inside that building. But of course, what else? Sure, what's on your mind? But of course, I do have some money, yes, but that's not what...
He's not gonna give you money. No, I mean, come on. You need the money. If it's not a thing...
Oh no, I don't have it on me, officer. I'm just spending time with my kid here, showing him...
Not that he would have to worry about being robbed. He looks surprisingly buff. Does he work out?
I do some
Lo Mantang stick fighting is a form of martial arts originating from the island.
Actually, a great many cultures have their own version of stick fight.
You doze off as he paints you. Man, he's good.
But anyway, I'm boring you with details again. You were saying? Lomantang stick fighting is a little like a Pyrrolidon addiction.
Wait, what does this man know about Pyrrolidon addiction?
You got me, detective. But my history...
Here's a former junkie.
Dad's fighting with sticks every night after dinner for 4 hours. He has a special room for that and a special costume.
跟棍子打架，来玩咏春啊。
That's right, Mikhail. It also has a meditative quality. Helps to clear my head. But anyway... No, thanks to you for having me and little Mikhail here to pick your brain.
Pick your brain? If anything, this was rather one-sided.
哦，又臭又长。
You see, a once bright mural towering above you. The signage has peeled off over the years, but you can still make out Feld Electrical, a slogan used to intertwine with the loops a long time ago. Now, only a shadow of peeled letters remain.
Looks like tomorrow never came.
高九六96，跟教具。我靠！ 住宿费有了，这也太大了！天哪！ตังค์ไม่เอาอ่ะ
Here we go. Nice and easy.
有点
No way
的。
out, little guys. Not out of this jam.
There's a cylinder on the ground.
Who's there?
His self-conscious infused.
Is that the police? Why are the police here?
阿嬷的老公吗？
Don't worry, Gary. I'll handle it. To what do I owe the pleasure?
That's sarcasm. He takes no pleasure from your appearance.
Oh, no. It's all right. I'm just busy. Of course. Thank you for passing along the message. That damn water lock is broken, and we can't go all the way around the 881.
The 881 is a raised motorway.
Oh, good. We should really be getting...
Did he say we can go back now?
Yes, Gary. We can go soon. If you see Lena, tell her...
Sir.
I just have to do one more round. See if the Phasmid has taken the bait. Then we're going.
一路捷。
Hello. Well, first of all, it's damn difficult to find, which is why we've been knee-deep in the reeds laying traps for it. Good question. Being a phasmid of the order Phantasmodea, a ghost insect, it disguises itself as plant matter. In this case, the reeds. And I suspect it may have also developed other specialised techniques to protect itself from predators or scientists. It's my hypothesis that it has evolved certain electrochemical defences that allow it, but I cannot describe how these I'm expecting it to be quite giant. One known species of phasmid called the...
Seems puny, to be honest.
Typical rookie assumption. Insects are much more sophisticated creatures than those unversed in zoo. Even simply catching a glimpse of the Insulindian phasmid would be the apex of my...
Would be glory itself.
Very little, I'm sorry. Not yet. That's what makes it a cryptid.
Just out of curiosity.
I know it's real.
It's clear that his obsession with...
By which I mean, I've heard enough first-hand accounts to believe quite firmly that the Insulindian phasmid is more than mere superstition. Yes, the most recent sighting. It's the first credible sighting in several decades. Admittedly, it's an unusual location for this species. I have to resist the thought. Such an extraordinary...
He means asexual reproduction. The females of the species don't need to mate to produce viable eggs. This makes it easier for a species with a small population to survive.
Yes, the Insulindian phasmid is a very clever insect. That's why it's so damn difficult to catch. Well, they may not look impressive, but Lena designed them quite cleverly. Yes. Simple. Attracted by the locusts. At least, that's the intention. Locusts. Nearly all known phasmids are herb...
Inside the traps, a meat-eating stick insect.
Thank you for your opinion. We have all... They'll work, I assure you. The predatory hypothesis.
The traps do seem to be deftly and thoughtfully constructed. It's clear the cryptozoologist's wife knows what she's doing.
Yes. What? By woe, man. You mean my wife understands that?
Come on, Morale. We've been...
And leave the traps? Absolute.
Come on. She wants us back. I'm soaked up to my nuts over here. We'll both catch reed crabs if we don't dry out soon.
Of course it's important to her. She's seen...
She's seen it?
Yes. That's how we first came to know one another. Suffice to say, It's long been our dream to find proof of the Insulindian phasmid together. No, no, no.
I could go for some trap setting.
I didn't expect you to take such an interest in our work here, officer. Yes, indeed. Both require a great deal of research, attention to detail, and, above all, persistence.
天哪！居然在这个神秘动物上想这么多。
There are 4 in total. One is to the south, on this little peninsula, by the boathouses there. It's very near. Another we set in Land's End, to the northeast. It's behind a small sand dune there, on your way to the old radio tower. The third is set near the canal, where you crossed, by a concrete slab. A big thicket of reeds going up the slope, and among them...
南边、东北、运河。
You should check at least one of those before returning to this one, since I just said it. This one's more of a technicality.
That seems like a lot. Do we really have time for this extracurricular venture? Even relative to examining a week-old corpse, I'm not sure mucking about in the reeds qualifies as fun.
Bring it to me at once. Just make sure...
He's not comfortable with the possibility that you'll claim the find, but he's lying about...
That's highly unlikely, officer. But in the event you do, it's made of musk and research chemicals. The pheromone should attract the insect to you, or at least prevent it from bolting at the sight of you. It's quite potent. Will last you about a week.
I hope you're not buying this. He dispenses it without letting you touch the canister, so it would be precious like holy water.
It is precious. A single dose cost me 50 real to develop. Not that I expect you to add...
Right, which means...
Finally!
Thank you for your help. Gary and I will start breaking down camp.
If it's more cryptid-related business, what about his eager-to-leave friend Gary there? Talk to him too, perhaps.
I've just always liked animals and puzzles. Search... No. Very few cryptid of the list of cryptids kept by the Cryptozoological Society of Chemney, which is 4,002 are categorized as confirmed discoveries. The rest, yes. The Chateau Quan forest pygmy, who turned out to be an extinct species. We cryptozoologists are brutally honest with ourselves. More so even than the public. With cryptids, most cryptids are hoaxes or they are never found. In fact, it is 0.05%.
He has clearly done his math on this. There is no surprising him or sweat.
It's not child's play. Just because I have to traipse through the mud every so often. Real. I know you think one is a respectable profession, while the other is superstition. Everyone does. Indeed. My methods do not differ from other scientists. No, as I said, I have yet to catch a cryptid, although I have come close. Close enough to keep trying.
Interesting. Something...
Everything from forgotten regional lore to newspaper accounts, like the one that brought...
He's interested in things.
Most establishment scientists only care about reputation and remuneration, not real research. Yes? All right. What cryptids precisely? I usually discuss these things with specialists, so I don't know what...
We would have to discuss. He wants to say, but you need to ask him about specific cryptids. Cryptids you've heard about from Lena, or his friend Gary. He won't just talk.
I see you've been talking about cryptids with Lena. We travelled to South Safra to look for it once. The search was fabulously unsuccessful, but the people were very nice.
What? South Safra? They're just on a different rung of the ladder, Morale.
Really? You kept complaining.
They're a nascent culture. I just didn't feel comfortable. And let's change the topic.
A willow person. It's a long...
Willow people? Not at all.
They're not people, really. Some argue they aren't really animals. They're very, very thin. Almost flat, in fact. And can camouflage themselves easily. Wrapping themselves around trees and blending in with the tree bark. You probably have. Gary and I painted an entire grove's worth of trees in slow-drying paint. It was a bright lavender colour. I was hoping one of the willow people would get paint on it and not be able to. After waiting in hiding for hours, I saw a figure slip from one of the trees. I chased it with a net. Not very elegant. You can't be elegant in the field.
A lavender shadow.
I know you think we were snacking on funny mushrooms. It's easier to... Furthermore, I'm not saying it was a confirmed sighting. I'm painfully aware of what goes into verifying such...
He makes it a real point here to sound falsifiable.
Confirmed. It's 100% verified and meets all the standards of an authentic cryptid sighting. Formerly the most dangerous, yeah.
He doesn't want to make it feel like you knowing it is some big deal.
The what? Oh, you're just talking about human. The most dangerous cryptid is a carnivorous ruminant, known colloquially as the... Yes, the dread moose subsists entirely on flesh. Human remains have been found deep in the forest, just like an ordinary ardent moose. You can't.
A moose that looks like any other moose. What's going on here? He's kidding, right?
The bodies found in the forest are just one piece of physical... The recent surge in the moose population has hidden carnivores. The dread moose are effectively removing competition for both... Moose are already being hunted for sport. Can you imagine what would happen? The carnivorous moose are a very young species. It makes sense that such a majestic animal with natural weapons, antlers, would come to rule the forest. The only strange... One slaughterhouse at the outskirts of the wood. The moose would just stare at the building, as though they were waiting for something. And that's not all. Some of the slaughterhouse are...
This isn't something unique. Various species of deer have been...
Anyway, there is more than enough evidence to justify a thorough search for the dread moose. Let's close the subject, before it turns into an argument.
讲了一大堆，终于得到5点经验值了。
Here is a man who has had more than his fair share of heated arguments, and would, surprising as it may seem, prefer not to have any more.
天哪！
That's impressive, I guess. But have you seen it with your own eyes? I haven't had a chance to travel to Coco North. No. And I likely never will. The Samaskill desert region. I fear this mindless barbarism may have wiped out the elusive creature.
Yes. Sightings of mirages are constant. It remains unclear what this has got to do with use.
Oh, everyone knows about that.
A bit of jealousy there. He'd want that glory, truth be told, even if he'd have to inject.
Although, probably because her life ended as a result of her work in Gutler. No one remembers a flightless cursor owl found in the Seminine Isles. Its long legs permit the Nongbok to run faster than any other avian. Perhaps any other animal. Who knows? When it's not hunting its prey in this manner, the Ock hangs from tree branches. Like a bat. Mijanu liked extreme animals, you see. One of the few figures of the academic... Oh, decades ago. In the 30s. I didn't know her personally, of course. The chasm of academic pretension still stood before us. Even though she had a new... No offense, officer, but I'm not much of a pedagogue. I don't know what I... Me? I'm not a people person, unless you haven't noticed. And I don't make a good lecturer. My strength lies in field work and persistence.
最好你不擅长打交道啊，讲那么多。
This is a gruff man who's been ridiculed too many times to feel comfortable talking about what's dearest to his heart. It's in his shoulders.
By all means.
哇嘞，一堆废话。天哪！
Hello, I'm Gary.
Hello.
Very generous of you to help us out, officer. Yellow man. I mean, officer.
The lieutenant raises. Yellow man.
I'm just waiting for my friend Morel to finish up with his insect traps so we can return to civilization. I like nature, just not this bloody coast.
Degenerates. This man respects authority too much. To see the truth inscribed upon thine own visage. Pretend thou art a paragon of virtue.
Dark times will do that to good men.
Serious question time. This man is no innocent. No one is.
Oh, so that's what the RCM in Martin...
So you do know?
No. Nothing.
He's not feeling very comfy in his... He didn't kill him or anything. But there's something going on.
My mug?
His eyes widen at the sight of the mug. He's seen it before, right?
I may have had a similar looking mug in the past. That's all. Maybe. Okay. Yes, I did. I know I shouldn't have, and I am very sorry, officer. Okay, I deserve that. And I won't. I don't know what got in.
What did you do, Gary?
Nothing.
Here we go. Start pumping that sweet info.
I know a guy who works with the trash collection services, CS Municipal. He gave me a master key for the trash containers of Martinez. So I can use the Whirling's trash compactor to store my own stuff. Garbage disposal is expensive as hell. The damn Chimeans run it like a mob. I'm sorry, okay?
Disgraced? No need for the histrionic, sir. It was...
He studies his reaction. Gary doesn't answer.
Officer, please. Let me explain. It's not like that. I was only cleaning up. I live right across the yard from where he was hanged, and I saw him stripped naked. All the clothes. Then I came out to clean up the rags because no one else would. I put them into the Whirling's trash, along with a broken mug, admittedly. Okay. I was coming to throw the mug away, and, well, I threw the mug there and the clothes too.
Right. It was just civic duty.
Exactly. That's exactly what it was. Civic duty. Armor? No. I mean, yes. Of course. I know he was wearing armor. but I don't know anything about it.
An infant could see he's not telling the truth, but there's something going on here. You should observe him more closely after this topic is concluded.
Armor?
An infant. There's something going on here.
I hope I can help your investigation, in my small way.
Does this mean you were in his apartment, admiring his colonial mug collection? Perhaps it would be interesting.
No. I help Morel with research sometimes, and I...
There probably is a follow-up to this, but you can't think of any. Doesn't matter. Waste of time anyway. Gotta keep moving.
Not many Sealites here.
Do you remember how, when we met Measurehead and I said the next races will be a really good one? At any rate, this is our third lucky racist.
Hey, man, all I meant was there are not many Sealites around here. I'm just stating a fact. No problem at all. Sure do, officer.
His eyes narrow slightly. He's wondering where this is going.
In my home. Yes. When I was going to... How did you know? Is this about the Union? Did the big man open the door? So you work for Everard Clare? Officer, what have I done? He'll send the muscle after me.
As he lowers his tone, he hunches his back.
Whatever it is, tell him I'm silent as the grave. I was probably talking too loud in the whirling the other... I won't do it again. If there's anything I can do to assist you...
This scared him proper. The
weather vane has turned.
He clearly liked his squirming. He may even have changed his mind about the whole door-opening operation.
72了，还是记录一下。
Always a pleasure. I mean, officers.
Is he?
看吧。
He's looking comfortable enough.
去你！
Always a pleasure. I mean, officers.
That shirt looks very uncomfortable on him. Look at the buttons, barely keeping that thing together, as if something is ready to rip out from underneath. It sounds like he's wearing some kind of armor under his clothes. You can't tell it's there just from looking at it.
I knew you'd figure it out, officer. I'm sorry I didn't tell you at once. I was ashamed of what I did. And I didn't want you to know.
We're not detecting falsehood, sire. He's gearing up to admit the truth.
Gary, what's going on?
Later, Morale. I've got apologizing to do.
No, you've got explaining to do.
Because I was weak. I should have...
The hell, Gary?
I'll explain later. I always thought it was the Union, but I sure as hell won't go around saying that.
This is all he knows. He sighs again, hangs his head, and unbuttons his shirt fully. A cuirass that matches the dead man's boots comes into view. Soon it is in your hands, smelling, but so light to hold, like a bag of cotton.
Everyone was picking those pieces off him, and I was watching them do it. and they'd scattered his clothes, so I went there to take out the trash and started cleaning up. Only the cuirass was left, so I stripped it off him. It was early in the morning. No.
We're detecting sincere contrition here, sire.
It's okay. It was a loose end, and you are tying it up now.
I'm so fucking sorry I called you Yellow Man. CLI officers commanded the...
They were thoroughly conservative men.
Yes, absolutely. I will never do anything like this again. I won't mess with Mr. Clare either. You have my word.
Wow. Xiu Jia. Thiên哪！
There's a trap in the reeds at your feet. Behind you, the ruins of a residential building rise. There's a trap in... Locusts are crawling around in the trap, confused but uneaten. You see no carnivorous reed phasmid.
Big surprise. Anyway, 1 down, 3 to go. No, you weren't.
Behind you, the ru... This is the trap, Morel. This trap is also full of...
Another empty trap. Yep. The next one has a crab trapped in it.
The reeds by the abandoned... Heavy wooden doors, more than twice your height. Nothing happened.
I don't think that's going to work.
The carving on the door is block-like and the surface is smooth from the wind. This cheap look, it'll be easier to break the staple than the lock. Also, that sticker is interesting, somehow. You see a yellow circle with 2 X's and a big curve below them that looks like a mouth. You're pretty sure you haven't seen. There is something blindingly modern about this symbol. Its modernness puts to shame everything. It's the contrast between the cheery, chemical yellow and he takes off his glass.
No. Looks like a dead man smiling. Suggests junior delinquency. For Revachol aussi, the moral inter... These acts aren't called crimes as they would be for... I haven't seen that sticker before, and I'm not a youth. That level of conceptual thinking is not part of my skill set.
The padlock passes. Should you want to get through, it might be easier to just pry the whole thing off.
Maybe we should circle the building first and look for an... Yes, the pulsing base. A sure sign of junior delinquency.
There's something on the sea ice there. Heavy wooden doors, more than twice your height, stand shut in front of you. There's nothing like the sound of a sticker unpeeling. Looks like today was a gold star day. Heavy wooden doors, more than twice your height, stand shut in front of you. You jam the pry bar, but the pathetic old wood. Suddenly, the pry bar snaps. Metal shavings fly everywhere. The upper half, between the lock and the staple, falls to the ground with a...
I don't know. You don't? Or maybe we'll find a new one. I don't carry more than one pry bar with me. I thought this was a lousy way to enter a place of worship that's already in disrepair. I guess the church agreed.
This was surely just a freak accident.
看见失去铁锹，教堂有什么东西
Heavy wooden doors, more than twice your height. Nothing.
I don't think that's going to work.
This cheap, it'll be easier to break the staple than the...
这样还不能进去哦。说哦。可以失去铁锹。
Heavy wooden doors, more than twice your height, stand shut in front of you. The rectangular sea-worn ornamentation. Heavy wooden doors, more than twice your height, stand shut in front of you. The rectangular sea-worn ornamentation appears in stark contrast to the padlock, carelessly.
饿了。
worn by elements, guards the depot. The wind has blown.
It's military. A service depot of probably something that is no longer there.
Wow. 我已经5还3趴。延善道。
This trap's not too hard to spot. The reed shakes. Nothing but locusts in this trap as well.
Empty as all of them. One more of these and we are done. Of course.
The reed shakes.
Meow. Yeah. 8到10亿。可以了，这里的结束。